what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Damon. So if you have noticed, if you're an old viewer of this channel, I have changed my name, kind of doing this whole rebranding thing. Also finally have a new background, a new backdrop kind of thing. I tried a different backdrop, but it didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to, so I completely scrapped that video. Ended up completely just hating the video and the look anyways, so it was just completely gone. That's why I've been away from YouTube for a bit, not recording. And I just got back from Canada. I spent Valentine's Day out there that whole weekend, so that whole ordeal was kind of whatever. But now I'm back, I'm filming, I'm here. I'm actually liking this setup. I got this little drapery, whatever you want to call it. Got it from Spencer's like a year ago. I just completely forgot that I bought it, so now I'm like, well, let me try it out and use it. And yeah, so before I get started with today's look and everything, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, and of course that bell notification so you're always notified when to come back, because we want to see you come back. We want you to come back and give us views. By us, I mean me. And overall, if you could, hit the thumbs up and share this video with your friends, peers, DM it to somebody you don't like, just so that it gets put out there. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the look. So starting with primer, I'm going to be using the Milani primer, one of my favorites. So actually topic number one that I wanted to discuss is something that's been happening in the current media. For those of you that don't know or don't pay attention or don't care or whatever, there's a basketball player, his name is Dwayne Wade, and an actress, her name is Gabrielle Union. They have children, and one of their children has been pretty much in this is now the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. One of their children has pretty much been in the spotlight for an interesting reason. She goes by the name Zaya, their daughter. She's a transgender woman, and she's like 12 years old. And the reason why she's being such like a hot topic and being talked about is because she's 12 and a transgendered woman. Trans girl, actually, because she's not quite a woman yet. So the reason why people feel the need to talk about her is because they always, here's the thing, when it comes to not being educated, to be honest, your first defense is usually to question everything and to kind of attack it because it's not against what you were raised to believe in a way. And you have people like rapper LIL BOOSIE who take the time out of their day to talk about this little girl. Again, the Wade family never asked for outside input. They just kind of said, this is our daughter, she's coming out this way, and we support and love her, which I think is fantastic. I think all children, anybody that comes out, definitely needs support and love. I also definitely don't think people should have to come out. I feel like that whole thing should be changed. Like, why do you have to come out as like LGBT, but not when you come out as straight? Like, you don't come out as straight in a way. I definitely feel like that's something that should change and needs to change. But pretty much what I'm saying in this whole topic is that no matter what, at the end of the day, okay, yes, Zaya is really young and people are gonna jump on the defense of, oh, how does she know what she wants, or how do they know what they want? Actually, the first thing people do is disrespect her and purposely misgender her as a boy and keep referring to her as a him. But it's like, let's just be nice and use people's pronouns. I don't see what the big deal is. And one of the main points about that part that kind of gets everyone, like LIL BOOSIE for instance, he goes by rapper LIL BOOSIE, whatever, Boosie badass. But as soon as you call him a different name, he gets super defensive. And that actually happened. This one girl called him another name. She called him Bussy Badass. So like a different word that means something completely different. And a bunch of people were attacking her, talking about, oh, that's disrespectful, that's not his name, and blah, blah, blah. Why are you doing that? It's the same situation, dude. It's the same situation. You're purposely calling somebody something they don't want to be called, and you think it's funny. And it's not. It's not funny, and it's just rude. It's dehumanizing. And it's like, why are you not giving way to somebody's feelings? Now I'm jumping into concealer with the Too Faced Multi-Sculpting Concealer. Again, just using a little bit just because this is a pretty bright color. And I'm not trying to like completely brighten up my face. And of course, for contour, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Match Stix in the color Truffle. Don't know if you can see it, but just going for a little bit of this. Yeah, honestly, just a little bit of it goes a long way. Back to my point of Teslas and Ferraris. Yeah, people get mad when you call them by like a different name or whatever, you know, and like it's been very telling, and it's like everything you can expect to happen has been happening. People are getting mad about you giving them the wrong name, but they for some reason can't understand why calling Zaya by Zaya or using her, you know, feminine pronouns. They don't understand that, but they want to understand why you just called this rapper something else. It doesn't make any sense. So the aftermath for this rapper of his little rant, because he made his little rant video in Planet Fitness, the land of no judgment, they decided to kick him out, which, out of 1,000 applauses, he deserved to get kicked out. I mean, you're sitting in the gym spewing hate comments about somebody, and then you want to get mad that the gay manager of this gym kicks you out? Like, no. And even, it shouldn't even have to just been because of that. It's just like you're in a public area spewing hate against a child, and then you want to get mad that there's consequences for your actions. Like,
you're stupid. You're not smart. You're not smart. Oh.
And I know I'm dragging this topic for a long time, and I'm going to. It's crazy because LIL BOOSIE was so quick to call D-Wade and Gabrielle Union like not good parents and this and that, like all types of just unnecessary shit towards them because of his views of how a child should be raised. Meanwhile, he's been to jail like 3 times and he's got like 3 kids.
Now wait a minute, bitch.
Like, dude, you're worried about the wrong group of children. Worry about yours. Like, and that's my main thing about people, is that people tend to place their opinions where, one, they have no jurisdiction, 2, like LIL BOOSIE, who are you to tell these people how to raise their children? You're nobody. You're not even like the child's godparent. So it's like, why do you care, you know? And then his little son, little Tootsie Roll, I don't remember what his name is. I don't know, he's like 13, so I'm not gonna go hard on him. Obviously, he's a child. But then he chimed in and was talking about, oh, that ain't right. I stand by what my dad said and blah, 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 which as a kid, I can understand. But like, you can definitely see that the hate for the LGBT is passed through the family. Like, it's just so crazy. And then, like, another thing that makes this little rapper man so odd is that he had such a strong opinion of when his kid turned 13 or whatever age and was talking about how he bought somebody to perform sexual acts on his kid. Like, ew? Like, it's so much. I kind of want to leave this topic already because I'm kind of already jumping into like a million other things. The bottom line for that topic is this is a Zaya Wade stan account, and I will forever stand for my LGBT children.
That's the fucking Gucci King shit, and that's the fucking period shit. You know the fucking vibes.
Like, I think the LGBT youth are the future. I think that there are so much kids now, especially trans kids, they're actually like a lot smarter than people think. People always think like, oh, transgender is a mental illness and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you can be 12 and feel like you're in the wrong body. Things happen. If you talk to most transgender people, they always say like, for a long time I felt blah, blah, blah way, you know? So like, why is it such an issue? I don't understand, I never will. So now moving into powder, for my under eye, I'm gonna be using the Ciate London Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. Very long name. I like this powder because it's kind of like, it's white, so it's gonna like sort of brighten under my eyes, but it's actually a very good setting powder for under the eyes. So yeah, going into that, I'm just pressing it into my under eye area. I make like the weirdest faces when you do this. So like, I honestly don't even know what eyeshadow palette I'm using. I'm kind of just going into this blind. I just really wanted to record something before the end of the month because it's Black History Month, girl, and I didn't really record anything. Like, what is wrong with me? And for the rest of my face, I'm taking the Peach Perfect Setting Powder by Too Faced. If I can open this damn thing. It's also a translucent powder in a way, but it's got a little bit of tint to it, to be honest. It's matte, so it'll help set this look in better. And it also has a scent. It has a peachy scent, a peachy feel to it. So I'm taking the butt of my sponge, tapping it off, and then pressing it into my face to get a kind of more flawless, blurred finish. What was I talking about again? Now that my face is all powdered and whatnot, I'm gonna move into concealer on my eyes. This is the Maybelline Fit Me, I believe. Yeah, Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I use it as like an eyelid primer. I completely forgot a lot of my tools in the other room. I don't feel like getting up and getting them, so I'm just gonna be using my finger to apply this. Using an eyeshadow primer or a concealer on your lid, something other than your foundation, is really gonna help the colors pop and stay in place and just overall look better. So invest in some, please. Now, something of course you want to do is also set. It's a liquid, you want to set it so it doesn't crease. So taking just some translucent powder and dusting it on. So what I also want to do is take a little bit of my translucent powder and put like a thin blanket under my eye to catch any fallout. Just because I'm using a new palette to me, new to me, and I just want to be able to catch that fallout in case there's any. So for today's eyes, I'm going to be taking the, I don't know if this will ever show up, Iconic London Data Slay. It's a huge palette. Got all these colors. I don't know if it's going to focus correctly. All these colors, I've used it once and I actually liked it, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that for today. I probably should zoom in a little bit. There we go, we're all zoomed in. I'm not doing my eyebrows today because honestly, I'm just not in the mood. I don't have any of my eyebrow products with me, so start my eyes. I'm gonna take the color Peaches and Dreams. Obviously, like every other time, I'm gonna have the palette pop up as like a little side thing somewhere, and you'll be able to see exactly what color I'm using. So taking this, I'm just going to blend it into the crease with the Juno & Co. ES07 brush. This one. This is gonna be a quick look, nothing too dramatic, nothing too crazy or new, really, to be honest. I'm just using Peaches and Dreams instead of Peaches and Cream, get it? I'm just using this as kind of like a transition and like a base color, just so everything has something to react off of. Taking that, and it's like very close to my skin, so it doesn't really show up, which is kind of the point of a transition color. Placing that like loosely all over, to be honest. And so, see, you can barely tell there's anything there. Perfect, that's like the point. I'm gonna now take the color Bellini on the same brush. Take the color Bellini, it's like a little bit darker red. Terracotta color, to be honest. It's like a little bit copper. And placing that right on top of where I just placed Peaches and Dreams. I think I have an idea of what I want to go for. Again, I'm going into this completely blind, and I'm kind of just testing out this palette again. I've used it only one other time, and I overall liked it. It was good, it was cute, it did what I wanted it to do. I just very picky when it comes to certain things, so I have an idea of what I want to do today. So placing that color and blending it in. I haven't really been taking care of my skin or like my eyelids that good, so like if you can kind of tell, like I can see it in person. I don't know if it's really picking up on this camera. I hope it does, just because this is a pretty decent camera. I'm getting kind of like a scaly effect on my eye because it's just a little bit dry. It's also super early in the morning while I'm doing this, so I really hope that doesn't translate into the camera. I'm really feeling this backdrop. This backdrop is so cute. It's like actually something going on for once. It's not just like a white canvas. Definitely gonna have to get me some more of these because these little backdrops, it was like 20 bucks, I think. Not too expensive. I enjoy it. It's helping create some kind of atmosphere. Oh, actually, you know what? Here's something else to talk about. Another topic. If you've noticed, and I think I mentioned it in the beginning of this, but Lord knows I ramble and just talk. I've actually changed my name here on YouTube. I'm using my real name now, and the reason behind that is because I kind of just felt like I needed to change. Like I wanted to change something about my channel, but like obviously couldn't really change content because there's like a certain community and like demographic I'm trying to keep. So I decided to use my real name now, just because I feel like that's probably like a little bit better. Seti the King was cute, did what he had to do, but using my real name, I just feel like more authentic and more kind of organic. And the whole reason behind why I was using a sort of alias or fake name in a way is because years ago, like I'm talking like years, as like back into high school, I graduated a long time ago. On my social media, I wanted to use a sort of fake-ish name. I didn't want to use my real name, so like in case jobs or coworkers wanted to find me, and I didn't really want them to find me by looking up Damon Warner, I used a sort of fake-ish name so that they couldn't find me, just so I can kind of keep my social media life kind of incognito and not known to them. But now that I have like a YouTube and like I'm kind of trying to build like a platform, it makes no sense to not use my real name, or like to have that as like my excuse, because you know, if I would get big or whatever, if by chance this channel would blow up, of course my coworkers would know who I am, they would know who to find me, you know what I mean? Like it kind of just didn't make sense as time went on. I'm gonna take a clean brush. This is the, I forgot what this brand is called, but the BMX 430 crease. It's another crease brush, looks just like the other one, it's just clean. I'm gonna go into a different color. But yeah, the whole alias idea was cute and I liked it and it made sense to me, but it's kind of like, now it's just pointless, especially because I tell people at work and stuff about my YouTube and like social media. So it's like, yeah, let's just go back to my real name. So for those of you that didn't know and thought Cedric was my real name is Damon. Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, I guess I don't really know what else to say in that issue. I'm gonna take a shader brush from that same don't know the name of thing, and I'm gonna take the color Deep Soul. It's a very dark brown, but I'm just gonna use that on the very, very outside a little bit to add some kind of dimension to my eye. It's so crazy how things look so different. Like in camera, it kind of looks a little bit patchy or like super strong, but trust me, in person, this is blending out really nicely. Honestly, I'm probably using the wrong kind of brush now that I'm looking at the shape of it, but already started, already committed. So and in between, like every now and then I'm kind of like, I have a towel in front of me, so I'm like cleaning off the product so it's not as like strong. This will probably be a very long video, just because it's my like first video back for the year or month, and I'm kind of just talking about a lot of things. So please bear with me. There is a hair on my face. Get off, get off, get off. So let's blend this out to perfection. See how that now kind of created like a shape to my eye and gave way to something, period. We love that. That. Now I'm going to take my, choose a different finger. Take my little ring finger. I'm gonna use the color Closing Party. I think I'm gonna use that. Ooh, it's very creamy. This sort of goldish color. I'm gonna place that right on the lid, right in the middle. This is awkward. I'm using my left hand and I'm like right-handed, so this is a very awkward kind of position for me. Oh yeah, this color is it. This is a good color. Ah, my eye. I'm kind of like really building up this color by just placing a lot of it and going ham. I feel all official right now. I don't know why. I'm feeling like super cute or whatever. Usually I'll put like some kind of shadow on the bottom lash line, but I kind of don't want to today. Now just jumping into a completely fresh crease brush. This is by Morphe. I'm going to be taking the color Bellini again and just blending that all around the outside just to give color and vibrancy back, like a matte vibrancy back to this look. And so I'm going to take a detailer brush and I'm going to use the color Rags to Riches. I'm going to be taking that to my inner corner for some inner corner highlight action. Rags to Riches is like more of a glitter than it is a cream, so patting it in or patting into it is going to give you the best kind of payoff. And I'm a huge fan of blending an inner corner highlight into lid color, so I'm going to be taking it up a little bit as well. With that being said and done, that is going to be the end of that palette, so we can move on to the next step in our look. So now just dusting off this excess powder. I didn't want to use I don't want to do like my lower lash line just because whatever. I need to sneeze. Powder got my nose. Let me go ahead and zoom out and we can finish the look. Not zooming out too much, but whatever. Now to move in for bronzer. For bronzer, I'm going to be taking the Wander Trip for 2. Use the color Tulum, just a little bit, even tapping it off. And then going to do some strokes for bronzer. Well, this is unfortunately almost the end of Black History Month, y'all. I really hope y'all took this time to learn something about Black people. I had a whole idea of what I wanted to do had I actually been more consistent with this month and posted more than like once or twice. I hope you all had good Valentine's Days. I'm not wearing blush just because I don't really feel like it. I spent my Valentine's Day in Canada. I was visiting one of my friends. He just moved into a condo, so I kind of came out there to like help him like do some move-in stuff. We did a couple things, hung out, you know, nothing too wild. Pretty much just stayed in his condo the entire time and was helping him move, and it was all around just a good feeling to be out of Arizona for a bit. This is the L'Oreal mascara. I use it all the time. All products are going to be listed down below, so don't ever worry. But yeah, Canada is cold. Dude, I don't know. I'm used to living on the West Coast. I've lived on the West Coast of the United States for like 10 years now, almost 11, and it's so cold up north. I was thinking like, okay, you know, I'll be cute. I was dumb. I don't know why. It's not like I'm not from somewhere that it's cold. I just had like a little crew neck, a little sweater on, a little scarf, and I was like, oh, I'll be fine, you know. No, I was not fine. 12 degrees Fahrenheit is freezing. It was snow. I haven't seen snow since I lived in Germany like 10 years ago. It was redonkulous, bro, how cold it was. I hated it. I hate the cold. That's one of the reasons I love living on the southwest coast of the US, that like it gets cold. Yeah, it's the winter and it's the desert. Deserts get cold when there's no sun. However, it doesn't really snow, and I love it. I love that there's no snow. I hate being cold. If there's anything anyone can tell you is that I hate cold weather. I hate cold weather to the point that I'm not even prepared for it. I have like no jackets, no coats. Like I hate being cold. I just do. It's never a good look on me. It's never a good look or feel. I'm now going to take the NYX setting spray and just set my face. So there's that. And for lips, today I'm going to be taking favorite Fenty Beauty in, or Gloss Bomb in Fussy. And that is the final look. Thank you all so much. Actually, one thing I love to do is take the Florence by Mills Zero Chill Face Mist. It's just like a little refreshing face mist whenever your face is feeling kind of like ugh throughout the day. You just kind of spray it in the air around you, and like it just rejuvenates your skin, makes you feel hydrated again. Anyways, back to the outro. Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification button so you can always be notified when videos get uploaded. Yeah, I really hope this kind of rebranding of myself can, I don't know, make a change, make things better, whatever. Support trans women and protect trans kids.